I guess, guys, I'm live. Thank you, Jahara, Akash, and the Disrupt team. It's really a pleasure to be here, and thank an amazing job with the conference this year. So just wanted to kind of give kudos to you guys. It's not easy to do this virtually, but you've done it seamlessly so far, and we're all going to use the technology. But great. So I'm extremely excited to announce our fifth investment, where we've just invested, led a pre-Series A round for $1 million in Ruby.pk. This, for me personally, is an extremely exciting investment. This is a massive market segment. It's a multi-billion-dollar market opportunity in the hospitality and travel sector in Pakistan. What we felt was this is one of the industries that was the most impacted by COVID, and unlike a lot of the other investments that came in, very little investments coming to this sector. But then we've seen companies like Rumi thrive during this period, especially as lockdowns opened up and people flocked towards the northern areas. So Rumi's uniqueness is that first and foremost is the team. The founder is one of the most stellar gentlemen that I've ever met. He's a former Goldman Sachs alum, a PhD from Carnegie Mellon, Dr. Asad Samar. Moved back to Pakistan, put his own skin in the game, and built this business. What they do is they basically take the independent hotels that are owned by privately owned families, 2, 3, 4 stars throughout the country, and they go in and they redo the hotels with the partners, and essentially bring standardization as well as technology, and they have an amazing tech stack that is data driven. Along with us, by the way, in this round was Caravan VC. They took part as well, along with a syndicate of angels, 2 of whom are actually part of Wall City as well. So it's been great to actually partner with a lot of the angels in this ecosystem and micro VCs like Caravan, because it shows you how this ecosystem is maturing. What I will say is that domestic tourism in Pakistan, last year there were 50 million domestic tourists in Pakistan. I think this number is only going to increase in 2021 as normalcy resumes, and due to travel restrictions around the region. So I think there's huge prospects for this company. But enough for me. I think I'm going to hand it over to the founder himself, because I think this is his day. So over to Dr. Asad Samar.
So very sorry, Mr. Asad. Can you hear me here right now? All right, I'm going to try one more time to see if Asad responds. Hello, Asad. If you can hear me right now, your mic is on mute, and that's causing a bit of a problem. We can't seem to hear you. So if you can unmute
you hear me
your
now?
mic.
Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay, there we go. I will start again. So my name is Asad. I am the founder and CEO of Ruby Hotels. Sorry about that. We are all learning during these times more about technology every day. I was giving a quick tour of the journey for Rumi and where we were and where we are right now. So I left Pakistan about 20 years ago, went abroad to study, did my PhD, and then I was in investment banking for about a decade and a half. I came back in 2017 and I toured Pakistan with my family for a few months just to see places that we had never seen before. And we had, like most other people who have traveled to remote areas in Pakistan, we have some horror stories to tell, and most of them had to do with hotel nightmares. It's a very seemed like a very difficult problem to solve, but we thought we'll take a crack at it, and we started Rumi. We started very small because I had no experience of running of the hospitality business at all. We started with a small 2-bedroom guest house in Islamabad. I sat at the front desk myself for the first few months just to understand what the clientele really is looking for and how to achieve that. It was very good tuition. We learned a lot from doing this. We came up with a template on how to solve some of the issues, and then we just copy pasted that to scale. The next couple of years were really interesting. The first question was why does this problem really exist in Pakistan, and why is nobody else solving it? It's because if you look at the Pakistani hospitality sector, it's extremely segmented. It's very compartmentalized. There are two different types of hotel operators. Either you have the really luxury ones, which they give you really good standard, pretty decent services, but they're really catering to the top, 0.5% of the country. Or then you end up with a very large number of independent budget hotels. And you might find a few good ones, but mostly you end up with hotel nightmares in these places. And it's because there's just not much standard, no consistency of service, not very professional staff, and so on. So this is the problem we were trying to solve. The way we went about doing that was really to understand our clientele. We know we have a very young population. We have a hundreds of millions of people of middle class. You don't get this in many other economies in the world. Median age of only 23. These guys are extremely price conscious. They know exactly what they're looking for. They're very tech savvy. They can relate more to the brands that focus on tech as well. And so this seems like a huge opportunity. 50 million domestic travelers in Pakistan, and this is mushrooming right now. This is about 7 or 8 times what this number was only a decade ago. And this is mostly driven by the young middle class of Pakistan. So we really focus a lot and to understand what this traveler class needs, and what they really don't care about is gaudy interiors, lots of spent on hotel lobbies and big chandeliers and so on. All of this raises the price point as well, and they don't really care about this stuff at all. What they do care about is cleanliness. What they do care about is comfort of the rooms. What they do care about is the price point. Service really matters. Small personal touches really matter. They like minimalist interiors, which is very good because it's pretty cost effective as well. And they really care about tech. So this is what we focused on as well. We came up with a very good tech suite. We came up with very good designs, which look very good. They're aesthetically very pleasing, but they're not very expensive. We found very good partners in landlords who were not able to get their businesses up and running, but with our help, with the help of our designers, with the help of our marketing, scales, and with the help of our tech stack, they were able to multiply their revenues several folds in some cases. So this is the business model that we now have in 6 different cities around Pakistan. We have about 300 rooms. We have been growing at a very high pace, even during COVID times. We have about doubled our room inventory over the last couple of months. And this is all because of the amazing team we have. I wish I could name a lot more of them. We now have more than 100 staff. We have some amazing guys with very, very strong tech background. We have some amazing guys with very strong background in the hospitality industry as well, from some from the local hospitality industry, and some who have joined us from abroad more recently because of the COVID struggles in other economies as well. The investment round went really well. I don't have a slide on it, but I'll give a very quick wrap up on that. We went out to the market, to the VCs, and I think within 8 or 9 days we were oversubscribed. Our round was oversubscribed in about a week and a half. This is in the middle of COVID for a hotel company. It's a massive vote of confidence for the Pakistani hospitality industry, and we're thankful to the VCs and to our angel investors who have given us this confidence in these difficult times.